Oh, have you heard the news? It's probably been twisted to keep the general population conflicted. Better lick your finger and turn the page. Dissect the lines that made you to rage. Get out of your Monday drudgery. Turn up the volume on front page fuckery. Yeah.
How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? How you gonna change it up when we just finished making love? How you gonna act like that? Do you know why she was acting like that? Because she was actually in a relationship. Because he said, it was just the other day that we hooked up. I was single, you were lonely, and we fell in love. Do you understand? He said he was single, she was lonely, but he didn't mention about her being single. So I really need for us to start dissecting 90s R&B songs and really think about what was going on. Anyway, that's not important. That's not important. What is important is that I have a very, very special guest with me today. But before that, it's me, Kelechi, baby girl, aka Mother of London, back with another episode of Front Page Fxckery. And, you know, we're here to take bad news and turn it into good conversation. And the person that's here to do that with me today is my mommy. You can say hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So we're here today because it's been long overdue. It's been long overdue. You've been at the live shows. Everyone's, you know, seen you at the live show, and that they found it really moving. And yeah, but you haven't been on the podcast. Dakwa and Sadiq have been on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it's about time that the people them got to meet you.
I think so. Hi, people.
So I guess, yeah, we're going to go through the front pages, but I think what would be most interesting to people, because I always get asked it whenever I do a discussion or panel discussion or something, or some kind of in conversation with Kelechi, people are like, oh, how does your mum feel about the things that you do? How does your mum feel about all of this? So how what is it like having a daughter such as myself?
How do I answer that? Sweet and sour. You know.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah, sweet and sour. You know. That's all I can say to describe my feelings.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour.
In what sense?
Sweet in the sense that it makes me feel so great, happy that Kelechi is my daughter. I mean, obviously, yes, she's my daughter. It makes me feel good. I'm so very proud of her.
Oh, thank you.
Even sometimes she comes up with this big grammar, this big. I'll check myself and say, oh, where did she get that from? I'll quickly go and check the dictionary. I found, these are big words I've never had in my entire life. You know, all those things make me happy. And then when I see her, when next I see her, I go, oh, well done. Where did you find that word? Where did you get that from? You know. And
then you start putting it into sentences yourself.
Yes.
Just to test it out.
That's right. You know. So that's the sweetest part of it. You know, I'm so very proud of her. She's doing very well.
Thank you.
And the sour part.
Oh.
Should I mention, or should I just be quiet?
Well, we're on the podcast, so you can't really be quiet. But yeah,
really be quiet.
No,
I don't have a choice.
No.
Oh. The sour part is when she's lambasting up. Sometimes I hear her and I just shut down the Insta quickly.
You shut down the Instagram.
I just shut down very quickly. Oh, she will come with this. I say, oh my word, oh, Kelechi, please, But
But people need it.
I know. So I think it's because people need it that is actually feeling giving her the go to do most things, and it's good that most people are liking it.
Well, I mean, are they liking it?
If I must say that we really need people like Kelechi actually.
Oh, thanks.
To say things like that. She represents the voice of the voiceless.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always saying, I'm just going to move this for you. I'm always saying that I feel like everyone has a voice. It's just whether they want to use it,
It's the confidence. Some people are very confident in coming out to say things. Some are not that brave to come out, and they want other people to do that for them. So yeah, that in a way is all I can say about that actually.
Yeah, sweet and sour. I mean, yeah, I do lambast people, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, over the years, it's come down a little bit.
Calm down. Calm down a little bit. I think it's calm down a little bit. I think it's going. I don't know.
It's going up.
It's going up.
So 19, 20-year-old me compared to me, that's going to be 40.
19, 20-year-old me. What can I say about that? You were okay. 19, 20-year-old me. You were raw.
I was raw.
Yeah, you were raw. So you just come on and da. But now you are doing it with a lot of what's this word I'm looking for? With a as you grow up, I mean, you are saying it now with a lot of maturity.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
that's what.
Take that. I feel like I would agree and add that. I feel like now I've got more precision.
Yeah.
Before, everybody could get it. Like, as I'm cussing one person, I've cussed 10 other people.
Yeah.
In collaboration.
I know.
But
but
now it's just like, if I'm dealing with this person, I'm dealing with this person or this thing specifically, as opposed to everybody else that now catches strays as on top of that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for being my mom. And it's great to be on this journey with you, especially for those who don't know, we've got a children's home in Lagos. Well, how would you prefer for them to refer to you, by the way? Because you didn't say your name.
Well, people who knows me from way back, maybe we grew up together. They will call me Wumi.
Yes.
And here, where they pretend not to know how to pronounce your native name, so they go by your Christian name. So people call me Christine.
Christine, yeah.
So, Wumi, Christine. So whichever
takes your fancy.
Yes.
Love that. So there you have it. Yeah. So, but they don't know about the children's. Well, some people don't know about the children's home. A lot of people know about the children's home because obviously they donated and they've been supporting.
Oh, yes.
And I always tell the story that it was your idea to have the children's home. How did it come to you?
Yes. 2018, I decided to take a voluntary retirement from work, and it was a lot of aggro. Maybe I can use that word.
Yeah.
In making that decision. But I felt I just needed to go. Something was telling me I needed to go. So I closed my eyes and I left. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I left anyway because I had that nagging feeling just to just to go. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing anymore. Although I like being a nurse, I like, my caring job. It's always been mine. But suddenly I was just tired. I just wanted out. So I took the decision. I went. I didn't know what I was going to do. I went to Nigeria. So whilst in Nigeria, I got that calling.
Because you said it was like a vision.
It was like a vision. I just got the calling. There has been this landed property. It's been there for forever. And I had other plans actually, but not. But when I got the vision that go and use the place to build an orphanage, I'm thinking, orphanage, okay? How am I going to do it? Where is the money coming from? How much did I collect living work? I was there contemplating, and then the voice came, go and use it to build an orphanage. So I started laughing. Anyway, prior to that, I was speaking to God for maybe 3 days before I got the vision. And the first person I called was Kelechi, my daughter. So I called Kelechi and I said, this is what I have, this is what is happening. And anytime I say that, she responds immediately and says, so what is it? So I told her, I said, I've got this calling to go and build an orphanage. And immediately she went, oh, that's great. I did say that I don't know how to go about it, but this is, and she went, oh, that's great. We'll see what I can do. I've always been wanting to give back to society, communities like that. Okay, let's see what I can do. I'll support you. I'll and that was it. And then later on, I think it was the following year or so, she came out to Nigeria, and then that's how it all started. And we were shocked, myself, and we were so shocked the way Kelechi's, the way your followers,
and just the community as at large, how they came together,
and for support. It was really amazing. It was amazing. So I'm using this opportunity to say thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks.
That has supported us on this journey. We really appreciate. I personally appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You know why? Because without you, it wouldn't have come into reality. So I bless you. It shall forever be well with you guys.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Only well with the people who actually supported though.
Yes.
The rest of you.
Well, I don't know for the rest of you, but I know that what I know is that for people who are trying to
I'll move this to you.
who are trying to maybe bring you down in a way, saying negative things, doing all these, what do I call it? Is it crap?
Crap, yeah. Fxckery.
I don't know about fucking. all this, crap. What I can see to them will be, they should be careful how they go. Because some people that God has already blessed, they cannot be cursed. Otherwise, those who are trying to do that will be astounded. They will be put to shame.
Yep. Amen.
The pit that they have dug, they themselves will be the victim. They will fall into it.
Yes. Psalm 35 for your blood clot.
Oh, please. Anyway. Thank you for those who have stood by us. I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway.
But yes, I second that. Thank you so much. And to the people who obviously haven't had a chance to come on board and support yet, you're always welcome, because we're always doing things. And a major thing that we're still trying to do is get a mini bus for the children's home, so we can transport the children, and some people have already put money towards it. It costs more than I thought, and due to the nonsense of Nigeria at times as well, it's a bit of a journey, but it's like £10,000 the equivalent to get a good mini bus. And I think somebody donated two.
All together, so they contributed. All together, we have over, let's say, about £2,500
2005. Okay.
at the minute, so yeah.
So yeah, you can definitely come on board and support with our mini bus drive, so we can get the bus. But other than that, yeah, we're just chilling, and I'm just really glad that you had a chance to be able to come through because you're usually in Nigeria, or looking after the children's home, and we pop back and forth.
Oh yes. I'm usually in Nigeria because children's home cannot be left to other people.
Absolutely.
To look after. So
we've got a great social worker currently.
Yeah, we have a very, very good social worker who oversees the affair whilst I'm away. We have brilliant caregivers as well.
Yes, yeah.
And
the children are wonderful.
Children are wonderful children.
Yeah.
Oh, they are wonderful children.
Yeah.
And so that's
they're wonderful children, but one amongst them is a hustler.
The children like that are, they are everywhere.
She's an entrepreneur. Like, I can't wait to meet her. I haven't met her yet. Like, I'll be sending things. She's been taking little things and going to shop them at school. Like, she's been selling them off. I'm like, yes, young queen, make your money. But she is a hustler. When I heard about that, I said, fair enough, entrepreneurial.
Yeah. So you see, the more reason we need the boss to take them to. So I've already said, check the bags, check everything, and be sure that they have the right, the laxity in these caregivers. Although they are doing wonderfully, and we have 15 children at the minute.
Woo. And we can have up to 20.
We can have up to 20. So it's a lot looking after them. But I bless God.
Yeah.
It's been smooth sailing.
It has been, surprisingly. Well, I say surprisingly, but we had to, when we were initially doing the groundwork so we could have clean water, we had to dig the borehole like three different times and pay each time because people were just doing whatever they wanted to do.
Yes.
So it's been smooth sailing, but it's smooth sailing also bearing in mind that you're in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yes. Where people want to, where they only have their own interest.
Yes.
They don't care. Whatever happens. They don't care. So it's always good to be there to check and balance.
Yeah. So we're glad for that. So yeah, it's been smooth sailing. For those of you who saw my Instagram, also you'll see that the paperback version of Awakened is now out. I have some feelings about it, like we discussed the previous week, but it's out in the world if you want to support a baby girl and get a paperback copy of it. But yeah, like I said, we've still got Are You Still Watching that's coming out in September. So that will be, well, see, I'm still on three published books. Edge of Here, Awakened, and Strong Like Me.
Congratulations. You're not doing too badly.
I'm not not too badly. No.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
To all your hard work, considering you have a lot.
Yeah.
You are doing at the minute. You have a lot on your hands.
Yes.
God will continue to bless the work of your hands.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Higher Heights, IJN. So let's get into, I feel then, the front pages for this week. I mean, things have been terrible. We've got the UK. Let's start with the US and Israel bullying. What did you tell me about? What did you say?
No, go on. Yeah,
Go on.
Go on.
Go on, you say it.
No, I don't. Because I mean, anyway.
Go on.
You talk about this Fxckery and so how my body reacts to things like that.
But the crap and fuckery, we're still in the same.
No. Crap is different from
The world is full of crap and fuckery.
Oh, okay. I can only say crap.
Okay.
That's
But we still graduated from Say Your Mind, which was officially known as Say Your Mind, unofficially known as what? That's right, Suck Your Mum. So we've moved from that title. So I don't know if I'll ever have a title for a show, for a podcast that doesn't have some form of expletives in it. Maybe one day. Maybe when I decide to become a nun.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we'll see. But as I was saying, US and Israel, or the United States of Israel, deciding to bully Iran, and people have their feelings about regime changes, thinking that much needed change to regime was necessary. Was it necessary through America getting involved? I don't know, because America doesn't actually care about people, doesn't care about Americans. Like, the American government doesn't care about Americans, and definitely doesn't therefore care about the rest of the world. The only place that America cares about is Israel, because Israel, through Mossad, has blackmailed everybody under the sun. So I don't know how they're going to get about that. But here we've got on the front page of the Metro, it says the PM, Prime Minister, as in Keir Starmer, vows to shield Brits. Stranded UK citizens, because wait, we haven't had a front page fuckery since Dubai got here as well, right? Yeah, because everything happened over the last week. I mean, I hope you all are okay. At the same time, there's something about, I've always said about moving to that place specifically that's a bit strange to me. But you're going to make your life choices. It's apparently a tax haven. You're going to do what you want to do. But where it's placed, how we would think that if there was to be any issues, geopolitical issues, how we would think Dubai wasn't going to get got in the midst of all of that, or the UAE, is very interesting to me. But I do think that the kind of UAE governments and things like that, they've been very, very strategic. I was saying this on Instagram stories the other day, to lure people in, Saudi, to lure people in, British nationals, American nationals, European nationals, lure them in, because then you become collateral, you become human collateral. So it's like, well, if anything happens to us, it's also going to happen to your citizens too. And I'm willing to say that they were that calculated. I don't think it was by accident that there was suddenly this surge of come to Dubai, Habibi, come. Now everybody's there. Where are you going? You've sold all of your life over here in the UK. You've moved over there. What are you doing now? Anyway, meanwhile, this little pussy clerk, Keir Starmer, it's just the face that my mum made. Why are you involved? I keep stressing, we are but a small island. You can get us from the north, the south, the east, the west. Like, we can get got. And then you went to go and chook your mouth in the situation because you don't want to be ousted as Prime Minister? Wow. So it says here, more RAF jets in, more Mercy flights out. PM vows to shield Brit. Stranded UK citizens reach home, but first government rescue operation branded a shambles. Keir Starmer has played down a rift with Donald Trump over war in Iran, saying his focus is on defending Britain. It's on defending British forces and bringing UK citizens home. The Prime Minister said he is sending 4 more Typhoon jets to Qatar to build a shield over British people, and confirmed US planes are using RAF bases for defensive operations, confirming 4,000 people had now reached the UK on commercial flights from the UAE. He told a Number 10 news conference the first government chartered jet from Oman had taken off a few minutes ago, although a day late. of 300,000 expats and holidaymakers in the Middle East, 140,000 are registered for Foreign Office alerts. The rescue will not happen overnight, he said, but we will not stop until our people are safe. Yet the first government flight was branded a total shambles and a shit show by Britons on board as it was postponed on the tarmac on Wednesday. Check-in took about 4 hours due to technical issues. One passenger said, when we got to the plane on a bus, I had to stay on it for about 1 hour. It's all a mess. But, you know, I think it's necessary because all of this anti-immigrant rhetoric, suddenly British people are realizing what it's like to have to flee somewhere that's unsafe. How do you feel about that? Do you come across many, well, I'm sure you do in your job, like people who are racist, but they don't see themselves as racist?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot. In the journey of my nursing business, we've seen a lot. I mean, we you know, I personally can talk for me. You know, I've seen a lot and we've heard a lot, you know, where the racism is all over the place.
Wow.
Even you are looking after people, and they still look at you and prefer another, I don't know, is it color?
Yeah.
To look after them. And we've had cases of patients, clients, calling you a monkey,
Wow.
doing this and that. And because some of them are really hiding behind the fact that their mental health. They hide under what do you call it? Say, oh, he's mentally unwell. So why do you want to take it into? Or take offense to it? Why do you want to take offense to it?
But then this is the thing, because I'm always saying to people that based on what I've learned from your experiences as working as a mental health nurse, people like to weaponize mental illnesses. Like, yes, you can be extremely mentally unwell and be going through things, and yes, you might say certain things because you don't know, your reality is skewed. However, there are other people who also experience similar mental health issues that don't do those things. And of course, mental health or mental illness happens on a spectrum, but you can't say, oh, it's because I've got this, that's why I'm being horrible to you. Because I've covered so many different news articles throughout the years where people will say this sort of thing, and it's just like, well, no, other people also, you can't just say that it's because of your mental illness that you've decided to be a prick. No, because there are other people who have the same thing and they're not behaving that way.
Even the ones who come out like that and throw abusive racist words at you, they still come back later to apologize.
Wow.
So that means they actually know.
They're aware.
Yeah, what they are doing.
And so then there will be others who are just like, well, no, I said that and I don't know. But again, I think, because I want to make it clear that this is separate from what we were talking about regarding the BAFTAs and Tourette's and everything. That's a separate issue. But just generally speaking, I do find that on social media, people will do things. I think one guy even said that it's because he had type 2 diabetes and that he was saying some things on a hot mic. It was a few years ago that I think I talked about that on Say Your Mind. And I think that episode is called Type 2 Liabilities, because you're going to blame low blood sugar for why you were calling people nigger and monkey. There's so much to be discussed there. 2 minutes on the Daily Fail. We've got 2 minutes of excruciating pain as bad as childbirth. But at 68, my £4,800 eye lift was worth it, by Nadine Dorries. Who is still paying Nadine Dorries for things? This useless person that Boris Johnson brought into government. Well, is she now a peer? She's something. But even the eye lift that she said she went to go and do for £4,800, get the money back. Get the money. Look.
Hmm.
I'm right. It's not giving a lot, but okay, Nadine, girl, you keep doing what you're doing, and I hope you've learned how the internet works by now. Desperate and deluded, Starmer takes the great out of Britain. The great has been out of Britain for a long time, but sure. It says here, desperate and deluded, we can't put a warship to sea. Trump's frozen him out. Our nation's a laughing stock, but Prime Minister insists he is in control. Today's the 6th of March, isn't it? I said something significant was going to happen on the 6th. So I wonder what's going to happen by the time I finish recording this, or by the time that it's out, regarding what's happening with the UK. But you went to go and join nonsense with the US, and Trump doesn't even rate you. His documents fall on the ground. You're the one that's picking it off the ground like a house girl. You're looking crazy in this situation. No ratings. Keir Starmer was branded delusional last night after insisting he has a grip on the Middle East crisis. At an emergency press conference, the Prime Minister claimed he was delivering calm, level-headed leadership, but his relationship with Britain's most important ally hit a new low as Donald Trump branded him a loser. Imagine. And I've told you, Keir Starmer, for a long time, for a little while now, I've told you that you're a loser. But for the biggest loser in the world, the biggest loser to be calling you a loser, it's a mess. Daily Express here says Tory leader calls for offensive action against Iran after British bases targeted. But why were British bases targeted? Because the US was using them. Iran isn't just whiling out on everybody. Iran is whiling out because you lot went to go and look for Iran's trouble, and Iran is going to target what makes you strong, the bases that you're using, where you're getting your money from. It's going to target the infrastructure, not just blow up schools like you lot have been doing. And this is another thing I was saying as well, because obviously we've seen all of this stuff coming out about the, Epstein and the paedophile rings and everything else. And, Trump is mentioned more times in the Epstein files than God is mentioned in the Bible. Right. And yet nothing's been done to him. He's saying that he has nothing to do with the harm that was caused to these girls that were mentioned in the Epstein files. Yet the first place that they blow up, that they bomb, is a girls' school in Iran. So even by doing that, you've confirmed what we've known, that you're hateful. You're very hateful. And if you can harm those girls, of course you are harming other girls as well. So yeah, there's just a lot happening here. So when we're seeing this whole thing about all the British bases were targeted by Iran, you went and blew up a girls' school.
Ridiculous.
Like, what do you think of? What do you see as the future for Britain? Because you've been saying for a while that you don't actually even want to stay here.
Oh yes. There's even back then, because I've been here so many years, over 35 years.
Wow.
Something like that. And then we've seen different phases of Britain. And as for me, I don't think there's anything tangible, here for me.
Yeah.
The children's home is a blessing that I can go to and look after my children. So everything here is just anyway. Let me go back a bit.
Okay.
You talked about Epstein and
Yes.
Trump.
Yes.
That Trump's name was mentioned more than God's name was mentioned in the Bible.
Yes.
More than God's was mentioned in the Bible. I feel these people, I think they're just. I think it's a sort of a cult.
Yes.
Where they feel that they are untouchable and they can do whatever they want to do, and this really sometimes saddens me that people like that are even allowed to do things and behave in a way, and in a way that they feel they are very above the law.
Yeah.
Prince, is it Prince Andrew?
Yeah.
He should have gone to jail.
He must.
You know, he should, even before now, he should have gone to jail. You know, it's such a disgrace.
Yes.
They are not working, blowing away taxpayers' money
Yeah.
on nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just ashamed for his girls. Fortunately for him, he has girls.
Yeah.
You know,
but
so,
is it fortunately for them? Because
No,
because even for
fortunately for him, he has girls. So that will kill him more than any other thing.
But then they were taking what's her name, Sarah Ferguson, their mum was taking them to see Epstein 5 days after he got out of prison.
Oh, really?
And yeah. And so and apparently they don't, or at least one of them doesn't want anything to do with Andrew currently.
That's
and
right.
Eugenie, and Sarah, because she's such a liability, she's gone to go and live with one of them. But it's like, I wonder if them, Eugenie, Beatrice, as well as Ivanka, is that her name? Trump's daughter. I feel like they would, if these men were doing things to other children of the same age, because apparently Virginia Giuffre even said that when Andrew met her, he said, "Oh, you're the same age as one of my girls." So who even knows what he would have been doing to them as well?
That's correct. You know, so it's as for Sarah Ferguson, she's I don't know what to say about her. She's just what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want it to sound too harsh.
Cunt.
No, please, Kelechi. She's just an empty head. Her head is just empty.
But is her head empty? She's very strategic. How she's managed to leech off that family for so many years. Like, they haven't been married or did they even ever, they divorced, right?
Yes.
But even upon divorce, she's managed to still stay in that family.
Oh, yes.
And there was one point she was even going to sell stories.
Yes.
And she got caught when she was
yes.
And she still stayed
Oh,
there.
yes.
In the 30-bedroom mansion.
Oh, yes. That's just the way it is. I only just said it's a cult.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a cult.
And they would, if they throw her
so,
out.
yes, she might open up because she's empty-headed.
Yeah.
There's nothing in her head. She can go out there and they spill it all out. So why they were keeping her for the secrets that, So it's just, I don't know how you call this, is it charade, or it's just...
Yeah, a charade.
So...
But it's true. But it's interesting because you said aloud. Now, that's one thing that's interesting to me about, for instance, this idea of allowing people to do what they're doing because of the power that they've managed to have, and they've constructed these laws in order to support all of the things that they're doing. But I think that there is a way that it crosses over with religion as well. And even if we were to even look in terms of Nigeria, I'm seeing more people pushing against the religious structures in Nigeria because they're saying, like, we're starving, we are hungry, and then you're saying God will provide. You as the government, what are you doing with our funds about God is going to provide?
Yeah.
And ultimately, when you told me about the children's home, well, initially when you were like, oh, let's do this orphanage, to me, I saw it as, yes, but I was still pissed off that why isn't the government doing more? Because otherwise it's been left to everyday people to shoulder the responsibility.
Yeah, the responsibility. They're in no way supportive. I think the way they are looking at it is, okay, you want to open an orphanage, you want to establish a children's home, well, that you are probably capable and you can do it. We don't have not a single support from the government, not one single support.
And sometimes they send bags of rice or something. We have to apply for like little initiatives here and there, but ultimately ultimately you're left to your own devices. And ultimately, this is why I say that it's important to disrupt the orphanage industrial complex, because some people are using this as a means of child trafficking because they know they're not going to get checked. Like, yes, you register your orphanage or your children's home, you register as a charity or an NGO, you do all of that because we're registered. But I looked at the whole process and I'm like, anybody can actually go through this process and then have nefarious motivations for what they're doing thereafter, because who is checking? Where are the, as you mentioned, checks and balances to protect the children in that situation?
Well, as for that, they have put things. They have put things in place to check all these things. They have regional social worker employed by the government who sometimes they feel they can come unannounced to your premises, to the children's home, and see what they are doing.
Fair.
And then they've encouraged even they are trying now child trafficking. That's I think they are working strict. They are very strict about that.
But that comes down to a regional level, because if you're thinking on a countrywide level, where is all the money going? And first ladies are going to Dubai with all of their friends to go and celebrate their birthdays. And then we're told that, Jesus loves you and God will provide. And people are starving. Like, they're starving.
Even Sheyi Tinubu, the president's son, I heard on his birthday he was gifting Bible.
You're gifting Bibles.
He was gifting Bibles, all over, and you can see him even gallivanting all over,
But even that is very symbolic. Whilst we're chopping this money, whilst we're enjoying this money and enjoying this lifestyle, what I'm going to gift you isn't something that's a robust infrastructure.
Yeah.
I'm going to gift you a book that essentially keeps reminding you that your blessings aren't on this earth. Like, you get your blessings elsewhere. And you'll get your blessings in heaven when you die. But right now, here's the Bible for you. And yet, sometimes I feel like, people ask me with my tarot reading and my astrology and stuff, like, what does your mum think about all of this? And, Ifa, and like Yoruba spirituality, what does your mum think about all of this? And I always say, like, I'm blessed to have a mum that was just like, you do your own thing. You weren't so indoctrinated by religion and dogma. You very much are Christian, you very much believe in God, you believe that Jesus was the Son of God, all of these things, but you've always taken an approach that I think was part of why I'm able to be how I am.
Yes, I grew up in a Christian home. I was born into the Anglican faith. I mean, African church we went, and then religion. I can't remember religion being a big issue within the family. Although I was part of the choir, I was part of the choir in church, and I went from there to an Anglican secondary school as well. And religion wasn't.
But grandma, hallelujah, she was white garment.
Yes. She decided at some point, my mom, to go to Celestial Church of Christ, the white garment, and then that's it. It wasn't an issue, But people were doing what they want. My own perspective of life is because I've got siblings that maybe they won't go or agree with their children to do whatever, but I've given my children a free hand. Find out yourself, see what you want to do, and that's what makes it a lot better. And yes, so that's why let you go and find out, make up your mind. You can wake up tomorrow, Kelechi, and say, well, Mom, I'm converting to Islam.
Well,
Well,
Alhamdulillah.
yes, whatever you find that gives you peace, please follow it.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think that that's ultimately it. Like, you don't really possess like a very dogmatic way of seeing religion and seeing certain things, because I think that with some Nigerian parents, I think that that's actually what impedes upon them having a closer relationship with their children, because of the things that they believe in as deeply kind of enshrined or entrenched into their psyche, they can't connect, because before the child makes two jokes, it's like, oh, but God wouldn't like this and God wouldn't like that. Just laugh once in a while. Like, what's the issue?
I agree. Some families are like that. They are very into the doctrine, and understandably, they are.
As a result of colonialism, really.
Well, that's debatable.
Really?
Yes, it is debatable. And Bible, I say all the time, is being used as a control.
Yes.
It's a weapon.
Yes.
So if you are not careful, you will be feeding into their own space. You just feed into their beliefs, and then that could cause a lot of rifts and everything. But what I am saying, I know that there is a higher being.
Yes.
There's a supreme being.
Yes.
Which is God. And then even the Bible, there are so many things in the Bible that tells you what you are not to do or what you're to do. It now depends on you how you want to channel, how you want to channel it, and see, everybody. If I give you one verse from the Bible, if I give 3-4 people one verse from the Bible, and I ask for their interpretation of those, of the verse, everybody will say it differently. So let's look at the Bible as the drum. Is it the talking drum?
Yes.
Say the talking drum. What ohun tó kọjú sí ẹ,
Yes.
ẹ̀yìn ló kọ sẹ́lòmíì.
True.
So what faces you now, what you can see, has the back to somebody else.
Yes.
So you can look from your own, you can see from your own perspective what you want to see. And then somebody else is looking, they can see from another.
And that's why context is really important, right?
So, yes. So everyone knows what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
Those are the choices. You can make your own choice and do what you want to do. Even knowing the consequences. So, life is all about choices. Even the Bible.
That's true. But in terms of context, like some of the things that's in there and is put there, this was still strategized, because like we were saying before, when we have our separate conversations, there aren't women who have the verses or the passages that were written by women aren't included in the Bible, in the modern Bible.
Okay, so that's, you said our private conversation. So let's leave it private. Okay. Let's leave it private. I like that word, our private conversation. Like mother and child.
Like mother and child.
So let's leave it private.
But it's important, really, in the grand scheme of things. Like that aside, like there's so much that's left out, and the things that were left in, I think aspects of it are a form of control. As you've just said, they're a control and weapon. So when we're saying what's right and wrong, but what's informing how people see something as right and wrong, because there are certain beliefs that people have about other people, whether it's gender, sexuality, or gender roles, like a woman must do this and a man must do this, that actually has no biological basis and is solely from where they picked it up from a holy text that was already interrupted and interfered with.
Kelechi, what I'm going to say to that one as my daughter is that as for me, I'm not going to debate the Bible. You are you are vast, even all the things that I have not read in my life. As old as I am, I'm not saying my age. As old as I am, you have read them all. And remember, you are the one who even come to educate me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an old school. You are what they call the Gen Z or whatever.
I'm not Gen Z.
I'm
millennial.
Millennial, okay?
Yeah, Gen Z are younger. They're younger.
Oh, younger than Gen Z?
Yeah. Gen Z are younger.
But that one
No, that was millennial. Sadiq is millennial. Sadiq is on the end of millennial.
And the end of me. Oh.
Yeah, then after us is Gen Z.
Sorry, I apologize for mine.
I think your generation, they call them boomers.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Bloomers.
Boomers.
Whoa, boomers.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's my generation then? People born in the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That were like, oh, we bought our house for £5. Stop complaining. Work hard and you can have a house too. But yeah, your house was cheaper. Like, things were different when you were doing your thing.
That's all right. Things were different because we follow the system.
Yeah.
But you, millennial, Gen Zs, you have read well over us.
Yeah.
And then technology, everything. So you even know more than we know. So some of us are glued to the way we.
Yeah, we say that, but you're not glued. I mean, you're a little bit glued, like some aspects of you, but you're not glued. Like some people are like stuck to the thing, whereas you expand your views and we grow together. And I think that's the beauty of our dynamic, that we've really been able to kind of grow together throughout the years. And there's so many things that we could speak about, but it is that element of you. Whenever I say to you, oh, this is what I've discovered, you're like, oh, send me the link. Yeah, let me read that. Yes. Sometimes we'll even be on the phone. I'll be like, what are you doing? You're like, well, I'm looking it up. But
yes, anything you say, I look up immediately. You know, it's for my own knowledge as well.
Yeah.
To keep the knowledge up, and then and I must say that most of the things that I even know now, I got it through you children. Talking to me. We have remember, we even up until now we have an open. We can discuss anything. We can discuss anything. So I'm saying nobody can come to me and say, "Oh, Kelechi is this and that." I know. I know.
Kelechi said it. Yeah,
you're right.
She probably already said worse in private. So you're getting the water down.
Yeah. So that's it. So I know my children, and I thank God for them. They've for educating me up until this point. So.
But it's just a shame that other people can't move on from there. Do you think that you'll be stuck on God being a he?
We can't talk about that too. He Nicolatimo. I've never heard of God being a she before.
But God can't be a they, can't be an it, because he is so.
Please, I have already said, you are Kelechi. Oka wegan. Ìwé tí mi kà gan oka. So téèyàn bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ṣé he iná Ọlọ́run àbí ṣí rárá o.
No, but I'm not even saying that God should be a he or a she. I'm just saying that God is God. But because we've gone with God as a he, it's now.
I know where you are taking that discussion to, because bóyá bí patriarchy gini, bóyá bí rárá nǹkan anybody, anyone nínú ọkàn ẹ̀ ó lè translate God to what you want God to be for you.
Yeah.
So you can translate that. So it's not a matter of boya he knew, abi she knew. All I know.
But in Yoruba, we don't even have he or she. We do not have gender. We don't have it in that way. So and that's why when you find that people are from Yoruba people, for instance, are learning English, they'll be saying, go and call her Kim. Go and call. They start switching it up because we don't have that. And I think that that's fundamental to how we've moved historically. We didn't have the type of gender roles that were brought in because of colonialism, and I would argue that deeply refracted how we then went on to move collectively as Nigerian people because of that.
Well, I say all the time, when you come up with all this big English, wow, so debatable.
Okay,
I'm not the right candidate.
Okay. Yes, I hear it.
So any other thing, but I can look.
Yes, you're going to check them now anyway. But thank you for joining me and sharing your insights.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. You've been very good. You know, when we started, when I was going to sit down, I said, Kelechi mi o fe kikun mi yo, you know.
She doesn't want her tummy to stick out.
I don't want my tummy to stick out. And then immediately I took it back and said, tummy to stick out. Kelechi has tried. Even the boys, they've tried. Yeah, you know, remember you wanted to get me to doing some exercises.
I've tried many years to get you into exercise. Yeah. I gave you money to buy swimsuit because you said you were going to do aqua aerobics.
The water aerobics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And sincerely, I wanted to do that. You know, from the time
you can't
say
sincerely you took the money.
I know.
And you said you
listen, what I did with the money. Listen, and you know, even from what I did with the money, you ate out of it. You sent me money. I got to the place. I'm thinking, what's Kelechi doing? I don't understand. She wants me to go to the gym, to be going and jumping up and down.
Yes.
And then now she wants me in the ocean. I mean,
in
the swimming pool. What's she trying to do? But anyway, I went anyway. When I got there, they said it was a long list. I said, I said, thank God for the long list.
You don't have to do it.
So I just took the money. I didn't go to the JD Sports or where you wanted me to go. I just went to Kumasi, bought some okra, went to the butchers and then I made the mixed okra.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that day you came, you're always asking me to cook and bring. Yeah. So you came here and ate out of it.
I didn't know that I was eating the swimming costume. I didn't know that I was eating the money for the swimming costume.
Well, I couldn't have told you that, you know. So I just, when I finished my Eba, I say, drank some water, I say, thank God. And all this, but something kept telling me, hey, Wumi, go and lose this tummy. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. Procrastination. I will go tomorrow. I will go to. This is where I find myself here. But it's a good thing. You should say the children's home. It keeps me on my feet, you know. So I kind of.
There's a feet and exercise are two different things.
Well, I know that, but there's a big field just by the.
Yeah, do have a big field.
Just by the. Children's. There's a big field there. So very early in the morning, I even say to my. My caregivers say, get up early in the morning on a weekend and we can run around I think, saying that I only did it once or twice.
Exactly. So you were saying it like it was a real
you can't say exactly because
once or twice is even good. Fine.
Did you buy me trainers?
I bought you trainers. I give you money for the swimming costume.
I can't remember.
Everything that you said, it's a rowing machine currently.
Oh, but you did.
I've given you 2 different sets of trainers, and every time, and you even said those on top of that.
Listen. If you buy me,
I will go and train.
Okay. All right. This one I'm going home now. Going back to Nigeria. You buy me the set. And I promise this time I'll use it because I feel I should. It's time for me to start doing that
every
now.
Every time you say that, like every
no, don't
buy me this.
Listen.
The next video I'll see is some random person wearing the exact outfit.
Listen, those outfits were ill-fitting. Even the trainers, they were ill-fit. They didn't fit well.
Okay.
So if you buy me a proper kini, told them, why not? I don't want to use your money to be cooking in Lasebo. If you well, I bless God, Sha.
But at least you tried pole. People have been asking when you're coming back to pole dance. I said soon you'll be back.
Look, people, I will let Kelechi get me the trainers, the outfit and everything. After keeping fit, gangan, then I will come and start climbing on the pole. I'll give it another try. Okay.
So you'll be back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, mommy.
Never be well with you.
Ami. Thank you.
So,
wasn't it so wonderful to have my mommy joining us? Anyway, let's wrap up and go through the last bits of Kelechi, I'm not the right candidate. She said, not too much of my religion, honey, not too much. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your comments about all of that. And I didn't even mention my top. My top is from Moalola. That's right, yeah. Ebony, get into it, get into the fit. And then my trousers, they're from Bershka. Little situation here. Very cute, very demure. Yeah. So what's left for the rest of the news? Let's see here. Just checking. We can't stand by and expect others to help Britain. This is what Kemi Badenoch is saying. Britain must go on the offensive against Iran, as we can't stand by and expect other nations to help us, Kemi Badenoch has demanded. The Tory leader warned that allies in the Middle East think that we're abandoning them. British military bases in Bahrain and Cyprus were attacked as Iran lashed out after US-Israeli raids on the hardline Tehran regime. Mrs. Badenoch left, who will today unveil her plans to boost defense spending by 1.6 billion. Girl, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And this is that warmongering. We're not into it anymore. We don't care. We don't want it. Keep it. Like, this isn't how you get the girlies back. You're losing in by-elections to reform, bitch. Like, we don't need any of that. Keep that shit. Like, it's so strange. And for the Daily Express, of course, fucking idiots, to describe it as Iran lashing out. If you come and kick me in my face and then I punch you in your throat, that is not me lashing out. That is me responding to what you did. Anyway, the Daily Star have a picture like superimposed of Keir holding Donald Trump's head, and it says dithering heights for Keir. PM, it's me, it's Donny, bring Brits home now. The dithering PM admits President Trump hasn't spoken to him since day one of the Iran conflict. 140,000 Brits are stuck, and HMS Dragon won't sail to Cyprus for a week. Yeah, because Trump was using you because you're a stupid bitch. So he was using you to get what he wanted. That was all. And you can't chat to him. We are but a little isle. The iPaper here says, panic in Dubai. Expats and tourists shelter in basement as war with Iran escalates. And this is what's so funny, because I saw some people who live there who are like influencers and stuff, black people who, and a couple white people who really ran onto Instagram to say like, no, we're so safe and it's so calm and everything's actually wonderful over here. Yeah, because you need to keep the image up because your livelihood now relies on that. And you're telling us that, oh, it's likely AI that we saw and everything's been blown out of proportion. Things are being blown up. Whether it's out of proportion, baby, I don't know. But it says here, panic in Dubai, expats and tourists shelter in basements as war with Iran escalates. Emergency alerts in UAE spark global travel turmoil with wider airspace closures blocking routes for passenger planes. Azerbaijan becomes latest country dragged into conflict and vows to retaliate after Iran drones strike its airport. Iran is not playing with the girls. Iran is like, me on my ones, I will jump all of you. You lot try to jump me. It's one of them situations where three bad bitches think like, yeah, we're going to go and jump this one, not realizing that that one has been ready. Like, been ready. He's going to drag this one down, knee this one in the face, elbow this one in the jaw. Prepared. What are the rest of the girlies doing? Because you went to look for trouble. Oh my God, they've got nukes. What about Israel? You're not checking them, man, and their nukes. But you want to be talking about, oh, well, we think Iran has nuclear weapons. Step your pussy up then. Anyway, and if Iran has nuclear weapons, do you think the smartest thing to do is to go and look for their trouble? If you're so bothered about people having nuclear weapons, why haven't you gone to go and bad up Russia? Why haven't you gone to go and bad up Russia? Why haven't you gone to go and look for China's problems? Because you don't, Duppy know who for frightened. You don't want it from the real bad boys you don't want it from them. Oil spill in Gulf after tanker attacked off coast of Kuwait. And then we had, Hesketh, Pete Hesketh, who admitted to torpedoing, the US torpedoing a ship, an Iranian ship, that was actually doing a training exercise, that was invited to be in that space. It was in international waters, and you attacked it. That is a war crime. We're not talking enough about that. Is actually a war crime. Crazy. Ex-Defence Secretary says UK government caught with their pants down over readiness to defend British interests as John Healey, seeks to reassure Cyprus over RAF base. Move your stupid bases. Trump's plan to end the war. Let me choose Iran's leader. Nobody wants you to choose shit. We know that you shit yourself anyway. Starmer defends his refusal to join the bombing of Iran, urges negotiations, and sends 4 UK fighter jets to Qatar. Trump says it would be wonderful if Kurdish fighters launch ground attack, but does not guarantee air cover. So yeah, you go and do that, but we're not going to look after you. All of this is looking crazy. US was not prepared for this. They don't have what they think that they have. That you're not that girl anymore. Britain, you're not that girl anymore. Europe, you're not that girl anymore. So you can't just, all this time that you've been threatening people and they're being like, really, leave me alone because I can get crazy with it. You didn't want to listen. Now they're getting crazy with it. And you're like, oh my God, they're crazy. Yes, but they warned you already. And now if China jumps into the dance, everybody forget your summer bodies. Our bodies will be dismembered. Forget it. Israel tells 500,000 to flee Beirut ahead of airstrikes. Oh, see, again, what I'm saying, suddenly everybody's realizing what it is to be fleeing from areas. Now, imagine if other places were like, oh no, borders, you can't come in here. Sorry, you can't come in. But due to how, in what regard the modern world holds Israel, yeah, you can come in. Yeah, sure. No. And it's interesting because you say, oh, this is the land, I was born here. Miraculously, you have another passport to get out though, don't you? So the Guardian here says, IDF warns residents of southern suburbs to evacuate immediately. The Israeli military ordered the entire population of Beirut's southern suburbs to evacuate yesterday as it continued to bomb Lebanon. And again, you're protecting your people, right? Something that Keir Starmer can't do. As it continued to bomb Lebanon and Iran, while Tehran launched retaliatory airstrikes against Israel and US bases across the region. The Israel Defense Forces told all 500,000 residents of Beirut's southern suburbs to save your lives and evacuate your homes immediately before launching airstrikes on what it described as a Hezbollah targets in the area. They just say anything. The area covered by the order included several hospitals and government ministries. Meanwhile, Donald Trump said he should be involved in choosing Iran's next supreme leader to replace Ayatollah Al-Khamenei, who was killed in a US-Israeli airstrike. Trump said that, can't even read that because it's so blurry. But I don't give a shit about what Trump has to say, really. But I just find it really interesting. And now Starmer's begging everybody to calm down and everybody to reach a deal with Iran. But you were happy to be involved in the Fxckery in the first place. You can't back out now. This is the drama that you've gotten yourself in. Something that should have made you, that you hoped would make you look stronger in front of your party and in front of the country, actually has you looking crazy, mad. But yeah, oh gosh, that's what I was going to say. On an astrological level, 6 years, in over the next 6 years, we'll see Uranus moving back to where it was in Gemini when the inception of Israel came to be a thing. And I wonder if that's the point where it either stops being a thing or it becomes so powerful that nobody's stopping Israel. Like the world is a massive Israel. I'm hoping for one and not the other. Migrant plans mimic Trump, says Labour MPs. Shabana Mahmood has put herself on a collision course with Labour MPs after announcing a set of changes to the immigration system that one backbencher said mimicked Donald Trump and another claimed would inevitably lead to a Windrush-style scandal. For some reason, I was thinking about Shabana Mahmood today and Preeti Patel and Suella Braverman. And I really wanted to say to my South Asian Donnies, how are you lot holding up? Because these ones, like Rishi, like, ooh, honey, how are you lot discussing it in your communities? Because this is looking crazy. Ooh. And as I mentioned in my Instagram stories the other day, it's just come to my mind again. Like, when will somebody look into the BBC and Emma Barnett? What has Emma Barnett said recently? Because Emma Barnett works at the BBC, right? What has been said? What has she said recently about what's been happening with the Epstein files? Because, I mean, from when your father had brothels in Manchester and he was then jailed as a result of this, and at least one woman, very young woman, was trafficked. And luckily, she managed to escape by calling out for help, right? As these men were, and at that point, I think she'd been working under duress for about 2 years at your father's brothel, Ian Barnett. What's happening with all of this? Why is Emma Barnett still, why is she allowed to be around? Because obviously we know that the BBC is corrupt as well. But I just want answers. That's all. Just thought I'd ask. For those who don't know about Emma Barnett, go and look it up. And she was aware, of course, that her dad had these brothels because in an email that was part of the police report, she said to her dad, something, you and your whores. So she knew. And that was what paid for her education, all the money that he was making from that. And then her mum was helping to launder the money as well while she worked with SEND kids at a Manchester school. So, yeah, I'm just interested because we can't just focus on the American or global kind of American nature of the Epstein files. I think that there is more corruption or equal amount of corruption happening in Britain. It just won't be in those files. I'm just interested. State of alert. That's what the Daily Mirror has gone with. Exclusive report from Cyprus. Everybody's travel plans is going to look very, very interesting this year. I've got to tell you, for this summer. Trump, I must help to choose Iran's next leader. That's what's on the front pages of the Times. It's getting mad. Zelensky to Trump, save some missiles for us to fight Putin. Zelensky's really, he's there offering people things and everyone's like, girl, we don't have your time right now. Please sit down. What do you have to offer us? If you had it to use, why haven't you used it? Please let us focus on what we're focusing on, okay? But I feel like whatever they end up doing will help him in the long run, one would say. And so I'm fiend near end, highly unlikely to survive beating, trauma to brain after struck in eyes, Huntley blinded. Girl, I don't care. And I know the other person that was there that did it to him is also equally, if not more terrible, which is just horrendous. But then I've got an email from that I finally decided, like I'm going to get through the emails this week. And I think this is the most relevant one because some of them are a bit out of date now. Sorry about that, guys. So we've got this email here that says, my front page fuckery. Good evening to you, Kelechi. For context, the first half of this email was written last week. It's been a minute since I've been in touch, but do not doubt for a moment that I have been listening most intently. As always, your podcast is a joy, one of the highlights of my week. I so appreciate your voice and your views. Where do I even begin? There is just so much to say about so many things, but suffice to say, the fire horse is truly fire horsing. We're in the year of the fire horse. So much of what you have long predicted would come to pass is now passing through at a rapid rate. And if this is just the beginning, we'd all better strap in and hold on to those reins. I predict this is all going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. That's accurate. Although I must admit, I'm looking who it's getting worse for at the moment, even if it's only surface level worse. Let's hope for more meaningful justice going forward. I'm not going to bang on about abolishing the monarchy, the Epstein files, or the pedo formerly known as Prince, only because you have already said all that needs to be said on those subjects, and I wholeheartedly agree with everything you have expressed. However, on the subject of nonces, I did want to ask you if you have had an opportunity to watch Channel 4's recent 3-part documentary, Michael Jackson, The Trial, yet. I watched it and thought it was really well made in terms of exposing what a sham that trial was and how horrendously the victim Gavin was treated and failed. I found it absolutely relevant given the current events that are unfolding at the moment. I'd always be interested to hear your thoughts if ever you do get the chance to watch it. You're one of the few people I have heard speak openly about him as a pedo. So again, always curious about what your take is. Tonight, I'm also going to watch Channel 4's documentary drama, Dirty Business. If you're tuning in too, again, I'd be interested in your thoughts. Finally, I had plans to say so much more, but I can't lie. I've started my new job and it's kicking my ass, so my energy levels are suddenly tanking on me. I remember a while back, you were asking your audience if Happy Valley was worth watching. And I just wanted to reiterate a big fat yes. It's so good, quite dark, but brilliantly written by Sally Wainwright and acted by the entire cast. Riot Women is also really good, same writer. I'm currently catching up on Stranger Things and The Morning Show, obsessed with both. I returned to this draft email tonight. Once again, so much has happened since I started drafting this message. We are now at war with Iran. Not in my name. I can barely adjust my brain to one scandal before another befalls us. But I guess that's the point, isn't it? To try and keep us all under mental duress and shut the fuck up about Epstein. I can't even express all the feelings I would like to at this moment in time. Suffice to say that I agree with you in that it is just one horrific distraction from the already horrific evidence before us since the Epstein files were released. Where will it all end, Kelechi? I hope it ends with an implosion of patriarchy, capitalism, monarchy, oligarchs, and idiots, swiftly followed by a rise in matriarchy. I long for such times, I truly do. I really believe it is what is needed for this planet to heal, for us all to heal. Surely this nightmare of nonsense we are all currently forced to live through is not sustainable for much longer. I realize this email is rambling a little, so I'm going to wrap it up. I just wanted to let you know that I was tuning in and really appreciate the time you give to us. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much. On the subject of how much longer do we have for this, if you want me to keep it real, very, very real with you, we're going to be dealing with a lot of things from now till about 2032. Yeah, 2032. That's not to say that, it's going to be terrible the whole time. No, I think that actually between now and 2028 to 9, it's going to be rather bad, but it needs to be, because we all need to wake up to the fact that nothing in this system is worth saving. Nothing that we've currently got is worth keeping. And I think when the you know, because there are people now who won't see it. We need for even them to see it, the majority of them to see it, and they're not going to see it between now and 2028. It has to get so fucking bad that then they're like, okay, we give up. All right, what do we do next then? How do we go about this? And then between that 2029 period into 2032, that's when we really start rebuilding very, very slowly what we could have. Although 2060, I don't know if I'm going to be around then, guys. Good luck to you all. That's going to be a fucker. Fuck. That, ooh, baby, that's going to be, that's bad. That looks really bad. But that's not for, I want to say that's not for us to worry about right now, but I guess for some of our children it will be, right? So we've got to do something about mitigating whatever that's going to be. And all I know, or from what I've read, is that like two seeming brothers go to war with each other and everybody feels it. So it's really, whilst they're tussling, what places have we made in the world for our children to live and to live safely? And we don't yet know who the brothers will be. Because one would think, oh, are they talking about America and Canada? Because Britain can't be brother to America, right? Because Britain is America's mummy. But it depends on how you see it. But they said brothers, two brothers, as in, states go at it. But then I wonder if by then much of America starts to split off from each other, or that much of the United States starts to split off from each other, and what that might mean in the long term. But I feel like I will. Should I leave it there? I think, yeah, I can leave it there. We've had a good convo. You had my mum come through as well. I wonder who I'll get in next. But yeah, it's been real. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all, sending you lots of love. I've been me, Kelechi, the baby girl, aka Mother of London. And this has been Front Page Fxckery, turning bad news into good conversation. And I guess I'll catch you on the other side of the news. Bless.
Oh, have you heard the news? It's probably been twisted to keep the general population conflicted. Better lick your finger and turn the page. Dissect the lines that made you to rage. Get out of your Monday drudgery. Turn up the volume on Front Page Fxckery. Yeah.